Christian Smalls. Everybody knows Christian. Amazon fired him in 2020 for the crime of fighting for safer conditions during the pandemic. And you've been here almost every day for the last few months. Rain, heat, doesn't matter. With active workers who are currently working here. You got your job back?
I got rehired.
Really?
I applied and got rehired.
So tell us about that. Literally, the Attorney General sued Amazon, and you were a big part of it for their illegal retaliation. What led to you being rehired?
None. Their flawed system. Obviously, I thought I was going to be blocked, but I tried it just to try it, and I got through. So I did my orientation 2 days ago. So I didn't want to really announce it, but cat's out the bag now. So I'm actually a current worker. I can actually cross the street right now if I wanted to.
So do you think if they realize you snuck through that they'll find a way to get rid of you again?
No, they probably won't make that same mistake again. What they'll do is they'll probably, have managers watching me like a hawk. If I decide to go inside the building, I haven't really made a decision on whether I'm going to fully commit to being on the inside because it's a lot of work to be doing both. So I have to really think this through. But I don't know what they'll do. They know what I'm there for. So I can pretty sure they'll try to find any little reason to get rid of me again, which I will expect. So we'll see what happens.
And I want to talk about the importance of today. This is the first official press conference the Amazon labor union's having. Essentially, nationwide, a lot of cynical progressives, a lot of hopeless progressives, pissed off progressives, not a lot of national organizing. People just are disappointed. Bernie lost. They feel the squad's not fighting enough, blah, 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 blah. But you guys have been really organizing extensively for the last few months, it seems, learning lessons based on the failed drive in Bessemer, which I was telling the audience, the NLRB has come out and said Amazon did illegal things down there, and there should be the election should be done over again. Can you kind of talk about what you guys have been doing over the months and why you're getting momentum? Because I know you've gotten a shit ton of signups, or not signups, but workers expressing interest in the union.
Yeah. So the difference here is my lead organizers, they've been with Amazon 3+ years, 4 or 5, some of them even 7 years. Compared to Bessemer, that's only been around for over a year now. We have a lot more influence on the workers and our co-workers. I have a personal connection to this building. I opened up 3 buildings, so a lot of the workers from my first building in Jersey, they transfer here. So I've known them for 5+ years. This is home base for us. This is New York. This is a union town. A lot of these workers are related to family members that are in unions. A lot of them know what unions do already, represent. They get off the bus where these bus drivers are unionized. The bus drivers been real supportive. So we have a different energy here, and that's the huge difference between New York and Alabama. This building's been around 3-4 years. Alabama is fairly new. So how much workers' influence do these new hires have on each other? They don't have that much. So that's what we're doing is organizing from within. The members of our committee, they're really committed to growing that workplace committee. It started off with just a few of us. Now we're over 60+ members in 3 months. So I can't ask for anything better. We're in such a good position.
I want to ask you, so Amazon spends a lot more money on PR to lie about who they are, rather than just paying the workers a livable wage, better conditions for the workers. So I don't think a lot of people realize, as a journalist, for example, it's never easy to get any worker on the record, anybody on the record. A lot of people just don't want to speak on the record because there's always a risk. I've never had more trouble getting workers on the record than Amazon workers, because Amazon instills the fear of God in their workers. And frankly, no disrespect, these are paycheck to paycheck. A lot of working class, a lot of working poor people work at Amazon. So even if they want to join a union or speak out, Amazon has put up all over the warehouse, then they took it down. So everywhere you found signs with smears and union busting about the evil union here, or the evil workers trying to unionize, including fear-mongering that they were going to come to their house. Can you kind of talk about what kind of response you've gotten from Amazon workers, because a lot of them are scared because Amazon, essentially low key threatens them. Don't mess with these workers.
Right. So that's the difference here. They try to do the same thing. They try to install that fear to these workers. They try to tell them if they talk to us, they'll get fired. They spread rumors. They don't stop the rumors. The rumors spread about union dues or about talking to us, getting fired or retaliation. They don't stop that. But the difference is this is completely worker-led. These workers that are in the inside, they get all that information real time. So they're able to address that. They go directly into the manager's office. They go directly into the general manager's office like I did. They put things on the Voice of Associates board every single week, addressing the rumors that are spreading, saying you guys need to stop. We hand out these articles that come out in the media, like the New York Times. We spoon feed them the truth and the facts about what Amazon will do to these workers to stop them from unionizing. And that right there has been a huge success for us. Everything they've been doing that's been doubling down on the workers has been backfiring because they see the difference. They see the visibility and why we're out here compared to what they're telling them in the building.
Let's talk about what's going on in the building like right now. You might not see it. It's like 93 degrees out right now. Feels like 100 to tell you the truth. There was like extreme heat warnings and all that sent to my phone. So workers, we reported it. Workers have been fainting inside there. Workers were carted off on stretchers. Ambulances were coming up and down here for a while. In Washington State, I think it was the Seattle Times said it was like 90 degrees inside the warehouse. Yet Amazon HR told me to stop lying. Your sources are wrong, i.e. the workers are lying. Have they done anything to improve the conditions in there? Because as far as I know, from not one, but you're talking 10 workers, all they got is fans that are blowing heat back at them.
Yeah. No, it's the same thing. If it's hot on the outside, you can imagine what it is in there. They have machinery that runs 24/7. This building never closed. That heat rises. They have 4 floors in that building. You on the 4th floor, it's like a sauna in there. You're working 10, 11, 12 hours a day. You're walking the size of 14 NFL football fields. For a manager like me, assistant manager, 30 to 60 miles a day. That's normal. The state of Rhode Island, and that's no exaggeration. So you can imagine that's just a glimpse of what workers experience. And we out here every day handing out cold waters because workers have fainted. We've seen it. We've seen the ambulance pull up, seen the fire department pull up. So we see these things and we document them. We know what's going on. And that's another reason why we want to unionize, to address these issues and tell Amazon, this is unacceptable. These working conditions have to stop. They have to get better. If not, we'll shut it down. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we plan to do.
And recently, as workers have been fainting, I've heard other things that are worse than fainting that I can't report because it was off the record. But let's just say workers being injured, severely injured. Jeff Bezos took his dick rocket to space. I think it was $5.5 billion he spent on that. He thanked the workers for funding it, which is kind of a slap in the face, if you ask me. So as all this is going on, and the media covered Jeff Bezos' dick rocket to space like it was somehow the Super Bowl, literally that's all they covered for days. What does it say to you that he thanked the Amazon workers for his vanity project into space?
Yeah, that definitely was the talk of the day, even though we were out here unionizing. It didn't change what we had to do. We was out here getting cards signed while he's in space. And the workers are definitely upset about what he said, thanking him. They knew it was a huge slap in the face. It's disrespectful. And that's another reason why the things that Amazon does backfires. Now you're seeing that sort of trickle into the public as well. I heard today there was a report that a lot of people are canceling their Prime because of what they heard from the CEO, the former CEO. So we just got to continue to amplify that. The fact that this man spent his billions of dollars to have a joyride. Meanwhile, we're suffering, working in these working conditions. And this is the reason why we want to unionize, to stop these things and stop allowing these billionaires to do what they want to do. The money needs to come in these workers' pockets so we have a decent living wage, and that's what we're about.
Last question, because I know you got to run this thing. What is the momentum outside of here? How does that affect you? You got the Alabama coal miners strike. They just recently came up, I think like 600, 700 of them was protesting outside BlackRock. You have the workers in Kansas who just scored a victory at Frito-Lay. You have workers striking in South Dakota. I know it might sound like small, but there was a very long time no workers were striking. How does that affect what you guys are doing?
Yeah, we're in tune with everything. We stand in solidarity with everything that's going on as far as the labor movement. You see me out there joining other events. We have to do that. We need that solidarity with all unions. This is David versus Goliath, and today is a milestone for us. And we're hoping once we get to that point to become an established union that they return the favor. When we have time, when we have that time and the opportunity to go and strike, we're going to need all the support we can. This company is not going to negotiate a contract with us with ease, and we know that. So we got to prepare for that right now.
Real quick, since the media keeps pretending that Joe Biden is some union guy and a middle-class champion and all this shit, I'm sure Joe Biden has telephoned you guys expressing his support for what you're doing, right?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't done that yet. If it happens, it happens. Apparently, as you can see, I invited several politicians to join us today, and they canceled on us.
Oh, AOC canceled on us.
Oh, yeah. So, politics is politics.
What's the reason?
Security. They claim that there's some type of security threat. I don't know what's a security threat out here. It's not about workers, but that's what they told me. We'll go with that.
When did they cancel? Today?
No, they canceled yesterday. They called me up, said that, there's been some security threats or whatever. So, end of the day, no politician or celebrity is going to make or break this union drive. It's all worker-led. It would have been nice for her to show solidarity, show support in person, especially after confirming several times. But it is what it is. I know that the people I'm going to win this fight is here today, and nothing's going to stop us.
Did she or Congressman Mondaire Jones offer to tweet something or something like that?
Yeah, they did. They offered to do some type of online social media thing, but I haven't seen it yet. They do or don't, doesn't faze me. It doesn't faze these workers. It's really their questions to answer. They should have been out here. They've been joining other actions, but if they want to, disregard it for right now, that's fine. We have to continue doing what we got to do.
Appreciate it.